Hello everybody, I'm Carolina Marin along with Daniel Moreno and this is UD News.
Good afternoon and welcome to the newscast of the District University.
Library Project is going through a lot of changes in its program.
Let's go with Camila, our reporter who is going to tell us more about this process.
Yes, thank you. The students of Francisco Jose Caldas District University who belong to the English Curricular Project have complained for many years about the subjects of their curriculum because they find some of those repetitive, boring, and useless. For example, in the ethical political file, there are some subjects, Hacer y Multiculturalidad, Sociedad y Multiculturalidad, Sociedad y Nación, and Sociedad y Escuela, which have similar contents. In addition, the number of credits corresponding to all these subjects are about 10 credits, which is more than a half of credits that correspond to a semester. Currently, during the 2017-3 academic period, the Academic Board has shared the new name of the career and its curriculum too, which is going to summarize the ethical political subjects in two big subjects called Ser Sujeto y Multiculturalidad and Legislación y Liderazgo Docente. Also, they announced the new career's name, that is, Licenciatura en Lenguas Extranjeras e Inglés. With these changes, the perspective has changed too. And now the question is, what do students and teachers think about these changes? In order to answer these questions and to know more about the students' opinions and concerns about this topic, I asked the teachers and students what does they think about the changes that curriculum change will bring. These are the answers.
I think there are some positive changes, like, for example, reducing the number of research seminars, because I think there were laws and some of the students were complaining. I personally have been in charge of these seminars, and one of the complaints the students used to make about these seminars is that they had a lot of seminars, but in the end they didn't know how to make a question, they didn't finish with the research project that was the purpose of these seminars. I think there is a reduction of topics courses that were repeated. Again, it took into account the suggestions of the students, because some of the students considered that there were many courses in which they repeated the same things over and over. So I think it reduced a lot of things that they didn't need. Also, it reduced the number of credits that was a bit large, and the students had a lot of problems when they were going to graduate, because there were like 171 credits, and the electives were not really electives. So there were a lot of problems that I think with this new proposal, the students will be able to study in an easy way and to finish their studies in a shorter time.
I think the percentages changed. Now we have, or new students have more practical hours, less theory. It's a little bit like in medicine and other types of education. So we are like at the same level now. So that's not really good for me. If we want to change the new program, it's going to be difficult because we are going to take at least 2 years more to graduate, so that's a bad repercussion.
Students and teachers have divided opinions about the curriculum changes. Some of them think that it will affect their future labor because the university degree that they will obtain will be different and will be less attractive and useless for getting a job. On my own, these changes are quite positive, of course, because new things are coming in terms of methodology, organization, and opportunities. Thank you so much.
Elections for next year are a hot button topic between the university students.
Now let's go with our next reporter who is going to tell us more about the impressions regarding the candidates.
So, good morning. Behind me is located the Nariño House, the place where the new president, the 20 May, have to begin his new government. In this place, we are going to have one person that is going to have the power for the next 4 years or for the 8 years. What is the idea? We as a student have to choose the best candidate. We have to choose one woman or one candidate. This is the only moment in the history when we have most candidates. But let me tell you one important thing. In this palace is going to govern one person who have to choose the best ideas, the best budget for the education that is going to cover the education in all his areas. So my advice for every single student is that in this 20 May of 2018, you have to choose the best candidate. Remember that Colombia have to maintain the peace process. The Colombia have to maintain the new direction because Colombia is changing its history. So, since the Mosquera Square, I have to tell you that in this video we are going to watch the candidate and after the student. So mates, welcome.
En este momento estamos con el honorable senador del Partido Liberal, Juan Manuel Galán. Doctor Galán, usted como senador de la República, ¿cómo ve la campaña presidencial para el año 2018?
Bueno, pues es una campaña histórica y trascendental porque el resultado de esa campaña definirá el futuro del proceso de paz, que aún es incierto. Damos muchos colombianos por hecho que el proceso de paz es irreversible, pero está en peligro realmente porque su fase de implementación es la fase más delicada, es la fase más importante y que mayor compromiso requiere del Estado y del gobierno nacional. Por eso es tan importante la figura del próximo presidente que sea elegido, porque determinará que el proceso de paz continúe y avance su implementación.
Doctor Galán, el proceso de paz, si bien pues ha sido ratificado por la Corte Constitucional, la Corte Suprema, usted como senador de la República ve que si, por ejemplo, el doctor Germán Vargas Lleras llegue a ser el próximo presidente de la República, ¿podría estar en peligro ese proceso de paz?
Pues se generaría una gran incertidumbre. El doctor Vargas Lleras ha mencionado sus reparos, por ejemplo, a la Justicia Especial para la Paz, y ese es el corazón del proceso de paz. Sin Justicia Especial para la Paz no hay paz, no hay proceso, no hay implementación, no hay reparación, verdad, justicia y garantías de no repetición para las víctimas. Entonces, claro que sufriría mucho la implementación en caso de que los colombianos optaran por esa opción.
Doctor Galán, el Partido Liberal aún no tiene candidato. ¿Usted saldría del Partido Liberal para hacer su propia candidatura fuera del Partido Liberal?
Pues yo ya no voy a aspirar por el Partido Liberal, porque el Partido Liberal tomó la decisión de hacer una consulta de maquinaria, en frío, donde la participación va a ser muy pobre, pero además donde vamos a inhabilitar a ese candidato para que pueda hacer más adelante alianzas o acuerdos o participar en una eventual consulta interpartidista. Entonces yo sigo con mi candidatura, pero estoy explorando diferentes escenarios y caminos que no sean el Partido Liberal.
So, good afternoon. In this occasion we are with the two mates from Leve. They are Carlos and Felipe. The question, friends, is the next. Colombia is going to choose a new president for 2018. What do you know about that process?
Well, I consider that we are in an historical and critical process in our country because of the process with the last part. We are looking for peace, so I consider that it is going to be a paradigm because it's a crucial moment in Colombia because of it. It's historical, and I consider that we as Colombian citizens, we have to look for the best option to live in peace.
I agree with my partner that this is a historical moment because never in the Colombian history the candidates to the president have been a lot. We're talking about like I don't know, there's 12, around 12 candidates. So it shows us that the president historical church in this moment.
So, friends, there are two candidates who have been teachers. Robledo was teacher for 35 years at the National University, and Sergio Fajardo is a mathematician. Do you consider that they will be a good president for Colombia?
Well, my personal case, I cannot say nothing because I don't really know what is the proposals or what they are going to do.
Suggest that Robledo, as he has been a teacher and he has been ever in the left wing, he could be the best in the presidency because many good projects, and also he has several allies in the left wing also.
So the last question: the right in the political has been in the power for 16 years with Uribe and Sanchez. Do you think that or consider that it's a good option that the left arrive to the power?
Well, it's complicated. I consider that it's a kind of limit. It's a kind of wall, and I consider that ideologies they don't have to be like this or that. No, we are looking for the best option, and I consider the difference. It had to be cut or something like that because it's a fight against each other always, and I don't know. It's complicated for me.
I think that in some way we need some impartial thought in the president, but it is demonstrated that the right wing, who always has been in the power, don't have the best intentions for govern the country in a good way.
In this occasion, we are with our mate Manuel Rodriguez. Manuel, I want to know your opinion about the presidential campaign for the 2018.
I don't know that much information about them, but I think that the best options are Claudia, Petro, and Sergio. I think that they are like the best options in order to be elected as a president.
Manuel, how do you read something about the plan that they have in order to govern to Colombia?
Yeah, but I had just the opportunity to read about Clara. I think that she has a really good plan to govern Colombia because she is against the corruption, which is a pretty important part that affects us, affects Colombia, affects education, affects health, and affects almost everything. And that is why Colombia is suffering about poverty and those kind of things.
Okay, Manuel, the college student never vote for this candidate. Why do you consider that things happen?
But I think that they have a really good arguments in order to choose a person, but it happens most on the public universities because in the private universities they are most focused on other things and they don't get very interested in that. Maybe because they have money, because they are good, because they don't have to suffer what the corruption is giving to us, the bad things that corruption is giving to us. So that's why I think that the students from public universities are like the people who read the most about those candidates in order to have the best option for Colombia.
Manuel, do you consider that the right or the left is good for Colombia or just the left?
I think that maybe the left is the right, but I don't sure about it because during these years we have had a lot of presidents which are in the left. They are corrupted, and they promised a lot of things, and then they just forgot everything. So I think that why not to get an opportunity to a different opinion, to a different thought, to a different um, um, arguments, maybe plans for Colombia. For joining to this war. Thank you so much, Jordan. Thank you.
So, for conclude our work, I want to invite to every Colombian in order to they choose the best candidate or the best woman or the best man in order to he or she became in our next president. Behind me is one last day that need another better president for our country. One country where the war of the teacher be recognized, where the education have the best standards in all our country. So in that way, I just have to invite you to every single student, to every single people that in the May 20, 2018 they choose for the best candidate because Colombia need carry another direction.
Our next reporter, Paulo, has a very peculiar question for people. Let's go to see what he found.
Good afternoon. We wanted to ask students if the use of psychoactive substances by other students could affect their career. And this is what we find out. What do you think about the use of psychoactive substances that can affect your career?
I think it affects a lot because you are just sitting down there and there are people smoking and drinking nearby, so it affects not only you as a person, it affects the environment and the development of the I don't know the academic spaces thing, and also I could say it's always disturbing from others. For example, if I don't if I don't smoke at all, I don't used to breathe that kind of I don't know, kind of dust that the cigarette or the weed produces.
Okay, I think it does not affect my academic development because I'm not the addict. Maybe the places that these people use to perform these activities are not the best places to do that. And maybe university have to develop ideas or to solve the problem because the smoke of the marijuana entering the rooms and maybe annoy the people that are in the rooms. That do not allow that the lessons be developed in the best way.
To discover nightlife activities from the students, let's see the new report from Geraldine.
Yes, Daniel and Carolina. Today I am with Jose, a student from District University. Jose, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I want to know what curricular project do you belong to?
English curricular project.
Okay, today I want to know if you have had any interesting or remarkable nightlife experience during the time that you had been in this university.
Okay, I think that I went to some bars in Bogota, but I don't know what exactly are you asking for, or what experience, or
What kind of experience?
Mm,
Okay, I want to know if near university there are different places like bars, pubs, restaurants where you go with your friends, with your partners in order to do different things. Could be in order to improve your communicative skills or to have a nice moment.
Um, I, for example, practice searching people, but in the streets, I in the in the 7th Avenue. It is too common find foreigners and to ask questions and try to have a conversation, something like that.
Okay, the 7th Avenue is a very interesting place near the university. Yes. Okay, but do you know other that there are places, for example, parks, pubs, exits near the university?
Okay, maybe
Watch.
not near, but um, in the down city. Okay, there are
Downtown.
downtown. There are too many bars. Maybe I know some in. It is called gallerias, and there are like meetings Wednesdays in which you find some foreigner people, and also not only native English speakers, also you find French native speakers, German native speakers, and if you want to go to that place, it is a good idea because the people that are in that place that okay, I really know the place are too interesting, and they are prepared to have conversations with you. They know that that place is or was designed to
Share.
share information to improve our speaking skills and all of that things, listening skills, and also because okay, people in of foreign people have different accents and okay, a lot of things. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Jose.
Thanks, Geraldine.
Nightlife is a term to refer to all the entertainment and social activities which are available and generally more popular from the late evening into the early hours of the morning. These can include pubs, bars, nightclubs, parties, live music, concerts, cabarets, theater, cinemas, shows, and some restaurants. The university students are more related to this topic because they like to maintain an active, interesting, cheerful social life and in a continuous contact with different people. The students of the U there are not far from this reality. This doesn't mean that they dedicate themselves to dance all the time, to be at parties, or not to worry about their status. The students of the District University in Bogota know how to maintain a balance between their social, cultural, and academic life. They combine them to take advantage of this. Focusing mainly on students of foreign language of the District University and their nightlife, we find that they attend bars, pubs, restaurants, and nightclubs to meet people not only from the Colombian culture but also from other cultures of the world in order to exchange knowledge, to come into contact with another reality and share experiences through one of their tools and characteristics, the use and the knowledge of another language.
Books are also culture, and to know about the publishing company of the UD is very important for the students.
Let's go with Lisette, who is going to tell us about how the publishing company of the UD works.
Hello, Carolina and Daniel. We were at the headquarters of the publishing company of the Universidad Distrital. There, we have the opportunity to speak with Miguel Niño, who is one of the editors of this publishing company. He gave us an interview. We asked him about the purpose of this company.
Bueno, el objetivo de la editorial de la Universidad Distrital Francisco José de Caldas es la de publicar todos los trabajos que hacen los docentes y estudiantes e investigadores de la universidad en el marco de sus proyectos de investigación o de sus reflexiones que hacen en sus diferentes campos de estudio. Entonces, acá en la editorial publicamos todo lo que son libros de texto, libros de investigación, libros de creación de las 5 facultades de la universidad.
We also asked him about the relationship between the university and the publishing company, and finally, the role of the students in it.
La relación de la editorial con la Universidad Distrital es la de apoyar a los docentes y estudiantes en ese proceso de edición y publicación. Entonces, tenemos una relación muy fuerte principalmente con los docentes y pues con algunos estudiantes que logran que sus escritos se publiquen. Entonces, acá lo que hacemos es recibimos el material, enviamos a corrección de estilo, a diagramación. Acá en la oficina también tenemos editores, correctores de estilo, diseñadores, quienes que tomamos el libro desde el documento original hasta llevarlo a un documento ya en libro. Acompañamos todo ese proceso. Igual acá en esta sede de la Universidad Distrital funciona la imprenta, entonces el trabajo editorial lo hacemos, hacemos todo el acompañamiento, y aquellos libros cuyas características nos permiten se imprimen acá en esta sede de la sección de publicaciones. Con los estudiantes principalmente la relación es, por un lado, son como por así decirlo nuestro público más, a donde más llegamos, porque los libros que publica la universidad por general son reflexiones de sus profesores o de sus trabajos de investigación. Entonces ellos son los estudiantes, es el público lector que tiene más número de lectores acá en la editorial. E igualmente algunos de los estudiantes logran que sus trabajos se publiquen por acá. La editorial está regida por el Acuerdo de Política Editorial, que es el Acuerdo 023 de 2012, quien dice que para que un estudiante pueda publicar sus obras tiene que estar enmarcadas en un proyecto de investigación registrado e institucionalizado en el Centro de Investigaciones de la Universidad, o puede presentar las obras producto de su trabajo académico, si no son libros de investigación, ante los comités de publicaciones de las facultades. Cualquiera de las dos vías, tanto en el Centro de Investigaciones como en los comités de publicaciones de las facultades, los trabajos surten un proceso de evaluación por pares externos y un par interno, quienes son los que determinan la viabilidad de la obra, si es pertinente para su publicación. Una vez surte ese proceso de evaluación, el libro llega acá a la sección de publicaciones. Ya nos comunicamos con los autores, sea editor, sea estudiante o sea profesor, e iniciamos todo lo que es el proceso editorial de la obra, que como ya lo dije, pues comprende corrección de estilo, diagramación e impresión. Es básicamente el requisito para que un estudiante pueda publicar, no simplemente es presentar sus trabajos si no es un libro de investigación, ante el comité de publicaciones de la universidad, que está presidido por el decano de la facultad a la que pertenezca el estudiante, y si es en el marco de un proyecto de investigación, que esté registrado ante el Centro de Investigaciones, que todos estos proyectos se enmarcan en las convocatorias que hace el Centro de Investigaciones semestralmente.
The publishing company provides an integral support from teachers to students of the university, allows them to communicate throughout the books, and also disclose knowledge and academic practice. Through the edition, publication, and distribution of books and magazines with the purpose of create a university community that expresses itself through writing. I really enjoy knowing another parts of our university. That's all. Thank you.
There are many common events at the district university.
Claudia, our reporter, is going to give you a list of events that you can miss out.
Hello everyone, how are you? I have something to tell you. Sometimes the university becomes somewhat monotonous. Classes, jobs, copies, and the space that we have free, many times we have to read or study for a partial, since there is nothing else to do. So I gave myself the task of taking a tour through the headquarters of the Macarena to find another way to entertain ourselves in spare time. And the good news is that I found it. I will share what I saw. There are several cultural events that are very close and of which you can participate. To start are the academic events. In this you can learn more about current issues that are happening in the country and the university. The cultural events are the RAD meetings. football, and volleyball games. Run a competition, dance shows, the fun activities that the students of Pedagogía Infantil do, and last but not least, the fun meetings with the storytellers that make us laugh and those that happen to us continually. For our beloved graduates, there are also events and many for projects in order to remember the experience in the university, to see old friends again, and to know that the university will always be their second home. And do not forget those events that bring out the best in each one of us, in which we can show that the university students, despite being so busy and distracted in other activities, will always have time for good works. So get informed and participate in these beautiful events. And finally, if you want to know more events, I show you the agenda of that will be done at the university. So enjoy, participate, and you have to do many activities in different space in the university. So enjoy it.
In other news, health issues are also important for the students at the district university.
Let's go with Alison, who is going to tell us how health issues are being handled at the UD.
Hi everybody! In Digital University, sometimes we can find people arriving in bicycle, eating fruits, playing football, dancing, or training some sport. But what's the real condition of students' health? It is true that the majority of people have at least one healthy habit, but there are many conditions that make students can have time to care themselves, such as the work, pedagogical practices, study, homeworks, family, and other issues. In this report, you will hear some Digital University students talking about their health. Let's hear them.
Te voy a hacer una encuesta sobre la salud. Entonces la primera pregunta es, ¿practicas algún deporte?
Sí, tenis de mesa y baloncesto.
¿Y cuándo lo practicas?
Tenis de mesa con el equipo de la universidad practico martes y jueves de 3 a 5 de la tarde y cuando juego por ahí, de vez en cuando.
¿Tienes algún hábito saludable?
Pues hago deporte, generalmente los fines de semana hago ejercicio y me gusta comer verduras.
¿Qué sueles comer cuando estás en la universidad?
Yo traigo mi propio almuerzo, entonces en la casa cocino. De hecho, en este instante, en mi lonchera, tengo una ensalada de zanahoria, habichuela, papa y pollo.
Pero no compras acá, digamos.
Acá muy pocas veces no, traigo lo mío.
¿Normalmente desayunas y almuerzas?
Sí, pero a deshoras, más que todo el almuerzo. Entonces comienzo a almorzar a las 2, tengo clase y termino de almorzar a las 4:30.
Depende del horario.
Depende de mi horario, exactamente.
¿Y normalmente tienes tiempo para cuidar tu salud? O sea, teniendo en cuenta el horario de la universidad.
Es decir, ¿cómo así?
¿Tu horario de estudio? ¿Te queda tiempo para hacer deporte o algo así?
Más o menos. Por lo de que soy miembro del equipo de tenis de mesa de la universidad, entonces se me cuadra un horario para que tenga el tiempo necesario para ir a entrenar. Entonces creería que es eso.
Muchas gracias. Voy a hacer una encuesta sobre la salud. Entonces la primera pregunta es, ¿practicas algún deporte? No. ¿Tienes algún hábito saludable? De comida, ejercicios. ¿Qué sueles comer cuando estás en la universidad?
Más que todo cosas de
¿Normalmente desayunas y almuerzas?
A veces no desayunar porque salgo corriendo a la casa, pero almorzar
siempre. ¿Y el almuerzo lo traes de tu casa?
No, yo almuerzo en la casa.
¿Consideras que tienes tiempo para cuidar tu salud teniendo en cuenta tu horario de estudio?
No.
Muchas gracias. ¿Practicas algún deporte? ¿Tienes algún hábito saludable?
Sí, una semana suelo correr y bebo mucha agua.
¿Qué sueles comer cuando estás en la universidad?
Por lo general, muchas harinas con azúcar y frutas. ¿Sabes?
Normalmente desayunas y almuerzas.
Sí, esa es mi regla de oro. No puedo salir de la casa sin desayunar. Y si almuerzo, pues depende también de la hora que salga. Pero traigo mi almuerzo caliente acá. Y por lo general, almuerzo siempre a la misma hora entre el rango de 12 a 2.
Depende del horario. ¿Consideras que tienes tiempo para cuidar tu salud?
Sí.
Teniendo en cuenta tu horario de estudio.
Sí, obvio, es muy importante cuidarse porque la salud repercute en tu desempeño académico.
Muchas gracias.
Students consider that they don't have time to care themselves because the schedules and the study. But also we could see that many of them have at least one healthy habit, such as have lunch every day or drink much water. You could think these are not healthy habits, but there are little details that help our body have enough energy. That was all for today. Thanks for watching.
Don't get bored at the university. Daniel Moreno has some activities that you can do at the Macarena.
Hey, welcome to the entertainment section of the UD News. In the district university, there is the moment both for hard study and for the leisure time. But what if I don't know what to do besides attending classes? In UD News, we have some alternatives of activities we can do in your free time. The district university has 9 faculties in Bogota, and each one of them has its own weekly plan schedule. Today, let's discover the activities we can find in La Macarena if you still don't know where to go or what to do in your free time. Even the district university is known for the presence of drugs, there are some alternatives you can take advantage of if you are looking for healthy plans or, well, plans that don't imply alcohol or any kind of drugs. The first alternative UD News has for you is the Cuenteros time. This takes place each Thursday in La Aburrida, which is a place that allows audience to participate with the Cuenteros to build the show. The time in the Cuenteros time will not be wasted at all. We went to the space where Cuenteros time takes place and we found Jimmy. Let's go.
Hey, I'm here with a member of the Storytellers from the District University. Jimmy, tell us more about this space.
Bueno, el espacio de cuentería de acá de la plazoleta de La Aburrida está a punto de cumplir más de 28 años. Es uno de los espacios más antiguos de la ciudad de Bogotá, uno de los espacios universitarios, creería yo, más importantes del país. No solo por la cantidad de público, por la afluencia de gente, sino por la historia que este espacio tiene. Pues el grupo de cuenteros estamos conformados actualmente por 9 narradores, entre los que se encuentran uno que otro comediante, cuentero comediante. Y nada, cada 8 días, los jueves al mediodía, traemos invitados nacionales, invitados internacionales y todo por gestión de nosotros mismos.
Excellent. Invite our audience to come to this wonderful space.
Bueno, muchachos, mi nombre es Jimmy Castellanos y los quiero invitar a que vengan todos los jueves del mediodía hasta las 2 de la tarde. Tenemos espacio de cuentería acá en la plazoleta de La Aburrida. Y pues nada, para que vengan, se disfruten, escuchen historias, se rían y pasen un rato agradable.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy, for sharing your experience and for inviting us to come to this wonderful space.
Okay, vale, gracias a ustedes.
The next plan every student must take advantage of is the drama group presentations. District University is also a place where artists are created. The only thing needed for joining the drama group is discipline and commitment. Let's go with Carolina, who is a member
we are
of
here
the
with
drama
Carolina. She's a member of the theater or drama group from the District University. Hi, Carolina.
Hi, Danny. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I want you to tell us more about this group. What do you do? What projects do you have right now, or are you into right now?
Okay, so first of all, the Dramos group here at the university is a group that belongs to the Bienestar office, and we do different activities. First of all, in the classes, we do physical activities to get warm and things like that. And then we'll start to do role plays in which we We like practice with characters and different, I don't know, like actions, and yeah, that's the things we do at the Dramos group.
Okay, tell us about the current play that you are into.
Okay, so now I'm in a play that's called La Autopsia. It was written by Enrique Bonaventura. It is about a doctor and his wife, and they are in a really difficult situation because the police at that time killed their son, and the doctor has to make the autopsy. Yep, I don't remember the word, but they have to go and check how was their son died. So it's quite difficult for them, this situation.
Perfect, very interesting. Finally, the invitation for our audience.
So the invitation is we have presentations usually when we are finishing the semester. So you have to be really, I don't know, you have to be in contact with me in order to I tell you when and where exactly we are going to have presentations. And yeah, that's the invitation to be part of the group if you want to. And yeah, it's a really good experience being in this group.
Thank you, Carolina.
Okay, so as we could see, there are no options to say I have nothing to do at the district university. We just saw two alternatives that we can find in the district university. But Bienestar Institucional has more alternatives for us. Bienestar Institucional has some games we can use in our free time. Some of these games are chess, domino, parqués, bolirrana, jenga, or poker, which are games that can be played by groups. All you need to borrow these games is your district university identification, no more. To get bored at the district university is also an option that you can choose. But there are some alternatives, and not only the mentioned before, to spend your time. The only thing you need to do is to arrange your plan according to your class schedule. So, if you are looking for a plan at the district university, don't worry, because as the Colombian said, se le tiene. Regarding the traveling and experiences, we have the special report from Carolina, who is going to tell us some considerations to take when thinking about this.
Welcome to our Travel and Life section from the Distrital University news. Today we have a guest. He is a student and he is going to tell us about the student's perspective about traveling in life and from his own experience and insights. Hello,
how are you? I'm fine, thank you.
Daniel, tell me about your perspective about the traveling life culture at the university.
Well, in the university, it's kind of complicated, I think, because not of the students that are in the university, they sometimes they don't have like the economy or the ways to support to travel, you know. So there's not a lot of students that do these kind of things. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. There's a lot of ways to do it that it doesn't require you to have necessarily very expensive costs. Like there's a way like those people's that it's when you call to other countries and then you contact the family and they give you like they let you stay with them for certain periods of time. So you can share like the cultural differences between them. So that's a way to do it. And other ways, like reducing the costs, like the like as long as you can, as much as you can. And there's a lot of ways to do it that are different from the normal travel experience.
And can you tell us about your own travel
Well,
experience?
what I did was that I had a friend of my family there
Yeah.
in London, and I was speaking to him, and he let me stay in his house basically. So the only thing I had to do was like to gain
Yeah.
money for my for my for my spendings, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was basically.
Yes, and do you think, I mean, personally, do you think what were the benefits of that travel trip that you
Well,
did?
it was very like it was very interesting, and I learned a lot from it really, because like it's another country, it's another language, it's another. So when I first arrived there was like I didn't knew English very well, so it was very hard to communicate with other people, and so and you also had like that cultural barrier. But once you start picking up like their costumes and all the things that they do and the language,
Yes.
you can like you can really start to understand them and experience their way of life and their point of view. So
Okay.
I think that was very good.
Okay, one last thing. Can you please give travel advice to our audience?
Don't be afraid to do it. Try everything you can. It's not impossible. Yeah, sometimes hard. Sometimes you don't have like the economy to do it. But that doesn't mean that there is no way to do it. Sometimes you have to take risks.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, it was my pleasure.
Pleasure.
Now, for those who are interested in traveling abroad and living challenging experiences, the series is something you must know. Let's go with Viviana, who has more information about this.
That's right, Danny. We have been interviewing a lot of people from the District University here in Bogota, especially the Faculty of Education, trying to find someone, especially students and teachers, who were traveling abroad supported by the SERI, the exchange program from this institution. However, it has been an Herculean task, because even in the SERI's office, the information is still being available just online.
In the last 2 years, it has managed to increase by 190% the student mobility to other institutions. Academic mobility of foreign students has increased by 84%. 8 university professors have been supported for external mobility, in addition to the important organization and development of 10 mobility fairs, from which this strategy has been invigorated in our alma mater. All of this from the Interinstitutional Relations Center. One of these experiences was Camilo Strip, a student from the Social Sciences program who traveled to the Basque Country, supported by the SERI, and who accepted to tell us his knowledge regardless his political situation.
Pues tiene que ver con el ejercicio del cómo yo voy a un país distinto, ¿sí? Recojo un poco de lo que es su cultura, de lo que es su idiosincrasia, de lo que es tal vez su idioma. Recordemos que el País Vasco, a pesar de que hace parte de España, cuenta con una cultura propia, prácticamente autónoma, ¿sí? Su idioma es el euskera, por ejemplo. Entonces allí hubo la posibilidad también de generar ese tipo de intercambios y intercambios de experiencias también que lo nutren a uno como persona, como profesional, como futuro pedagogo, sino también, digamos, en términos de lo que es la producción intelectual que uno también puede llegar a desarrollar a partir de ahí. La experiencia es incomparable y lo que uno puede llegar a aportar desde esa experiencia a la universidad, a su carrera, a su familia, incluso a su núcleo de amigos y a sus, digamos, su parche, si se quiere. No, es incalculable, es completamente recomendable para todo el mundo que lo quiera hacer, que aprovechen esos recursos de la universidad que están ahí. Mucha gente no lo conoce y no los aprovecha, pues aprovechar todos los espacios.
On the other hand, there are other types of stories that remark the difficulties at the time of looking for options or some grants to travel and learn from other cultures, like Irene's story, which was quite different.
I didn't know anything about Surrey because the main office is too far away, so I decided to travel by my own and support all my expenses.
Our interviews have told us a lot of information about their dreams, and of course this gives us a green light to start searching for more information about this amazing program to reach our dreams of meeting new cultures and countries. That's all for today. Viviana Rico reporting.
Now it's time to know more about the perceptions regarding the fashion here at the District University. Let's go with Sara and her report.
Fashion is a form of expression. How we present ourselves to the world and society says a lot about us. The personal image is more than just the clothes we wear. It is a set of elements such as hair, voice, your gesticulation, and yes, until your personal cleanliness. They say more of you many times than your words. This time, we wanted to know more about the style of the students of the District University. We asked them how they define their style, who they are inspired when choosing and buying clothes, and how much, more or less, their garments cost. Join me.
Okay, hello to everybody. My name is Sara Soto and we are here on the District University at Macarena branch. We are here with an amazing staff who want to talk about their styles. So here we have Omar Pinilla, and a student of the Levey. So Omar, I want to know more about your amazing style. How do you want to look like with your style?
Well, I want to look like a just modernist person, like very millennial, I think.
Okay, Omar. How much do you spend in your clothes?
Well, I don't know the exact amount, but I could say like 100,000 pesos per week.
And do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. For that reason, I'm using these clothes because I feel really comfortable.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you.
Now we have another amazing but two different guy. His name is Juan. So okay, hello Juan.
Hi Sarah, how are you? Fine.
Very fine. So how do you define your style?
Well, I have no words to define my style because it's a lot of things that I usually saw for I don't know, my music experiences, my art experiences, and it's I don't know, it's
Fresh?
yeah.
I like it. Do you like it?
I like how I dress. I encourage people tend to look weird or I don't know what. It's as we do, no?
Yes. And how much do you spend in that?
Well, depending on the edition of things that I like. Nowadays, I usually try to make my own clothes.
So it's a low cost, no?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now we have Alejandro, who is another Levey student.
Hi.
Hello, Ale. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Fine, thank you. So I want to know more about your style. So, how do you define your style?
My style, I think like it's like kind of sporty style and pretty relaxed. I love comfortable clothes. That one.
There are any music that inspires you?
I really like Bad Bunny style. It's cool. Also like Justin Bieber or something like that. So trendy. So it's cool. I like that kind of style.
Cool. And how much do you spend?
The truth is that I do not spend a lot of money in clothes, and if I spend, they are usually like 6 months. I spend 300,000 pesos.
Okay, cool. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, that was the report about their style in the district university. Thank you so much and keep watching.
I am Sebastián Romero, transmitting for UD News. I am happy to introduce you to Sebastián Cárdenas, most known as KJMC. He is the organizer of the event La Maca Rapera, an event of freestyle rap that took place in the Plaza Manuel Infante. He is a rap singer, a composer, a DJ, and events presenter from the hip-hop culture. We talked after the event and he gave me a brief interview about his purposes and ideas related to La Macarena Rapera. So let's watch the video.
Hi guys. Okay, this activity it has two purposes. The first is to show the talent that have some of our students or our classmates creating rap, creating rhymes and punchlines. This is the structure of the rap. We want to show that talent of our classmates and show that this art can be used to make reflection maybe of many topics. The second purpose of this is to finance another project that that has another students of the university that we have. There are 4 students that are organizing this project. This is called El Episodio del Sol. The name is in Spanish. This is a project that we have make a series of videos of ciphers of rap, obviously. We are going to make 2 videos twice per month and with different topics. The topics could be social or political topics. Is the idea, the principal idea, the main idea is this. Finally, that is the purpose. That the 2 purposes.
Well, KJ talked about some difficulties and how to overcome those situations, planning a better activity.
No, we didn't get any aim from the institution to do this activity. It's very sad because we make the project, not the complete project, but we make okay, we didn't make all the papers to make this activity, and finally they cut and turn off the electric energy in the event, and we must to finish the event inside of the building, and it was very hard because some students was in classes, and it was a very big conflict in the university that day for that reason. We found the solution of all the problems to make this. We solved the sound system, get the sound system, all all the things was from the students. um, it made me very happy because it works to the teamwork. It improved the teamwork in our students in many aspects in the academic part. Okay, my first experience of this is to plan better this activity. We must to make a mission, a vision, and we must to engage this activity with the academic part, in the university, and we can engage this topic with the academic part, because the real rap are engaged with the social topics and political topics, and it's very important to make reflection of that thing. And the second experience in this is to make it again. Sure, we are going to make it again, but planning better this activity this time.
This coming 30th of November is going to take place the second event of La Maca Rapera in the university. So goodbye, and we continue in the set.
The initiatives that support to artists to improve are few. Even less are those that help to beginners as well as advanced illustrators. This is what it makes so special to the Inktober, an online challenge that helps those illustrators to develop their abilities in order to, in this case, grow better. But we can expect Inktober to be easy or to be something to be taken as anything. The challenge requires effort and dedication to be developed at its finest. Moreover, the story talks by itself. This initiative was created by Jake Parker back in 2009, trying to create a way to enhance his illustrations. For this, he decided to create a challenge to himself. The idea was basic: 30 days, each day with a thematic, and in base of the thematic, draw something. But this challenge needed something special, something that could show it as something different. Thinking on this, he decided to do it in October, and as he expected to develop his abilities using ink, he decided in that moment that the drawings should be using that technique. With all of this, the name was decided, and Inktober was born. The years were passing by, and after that the challenge started to be recognized between the community, at the point that people around the world started to begin their own Inktober with their own characteristics, apart from Jake's proposal, but with the same rules: must be on ink and be developed in each day in October. Also be shared in any social network with the hashtag Inktober. This is the introduction to the story of Paula, a student of Levey, and her boyfriend Julian, an illustrator. Both decided to create their own proposal of Inktober here in Bogota.
Hello, my name is Kevin, and now we're going to have an interesting report about Inktober. Here I am with Tuxónimo, an illustrator from the Escuela de Artes y Letras. So, Tuxónimo, why did you decide to make the Inktober, to get involved on the Inktober?
Okay, the main reason was my girlfriend. Okay, no, that's not a good explain about it. I heard about the Inktober in 2015, so I see some of the challenge, and I really see that I can improve my drawing skills. So that's the real reason about it. And after that year, I make every year, and I see so many good results about my drawing skills. So I really have a motivation about it.
And why did you decide to make your own proposal of the challenge?
The real motivation of the intro is have fun with it. So I make a list with good things of topics that I really enjoy drawing and get involved in that. So that's explaining the improve of the list.
Okay, and there is anyone involved on Inktober or your proposal of Inktober?
Yeah, that's the good thing about Inktober. I really know about good another good artist and really good friends. So I make the list about with two of my really good friends, the good feeling Crocodile Kerry and Scalofria, my girlfriend Paula. I enjoy the making any topic, so I choose about 4 categories of that list to make the difference of the original one. The original one is boring.
Okay, Julian, thank you. And now, here I am with Escalofriada, also known as Paula. She is a student of Levey, and she decided to participate on Inktober. So, Paula, why did you decide to get involved on Inktober?
Hello. I was looking for a drawing challenge. I already have done other challenges, monthly challenges, and I found out about Inktober, and I looked up for Jake Parker, the creator, and I saw his videos in his YouTube channel, and I think that's awesome. And there are a lot of illustrators that participate in Inktober. So I decided to do it for improve my drawing skills and mostly inking. That is the real motivation of Inktober.
Okay, and why did you decide to make your own proposal with Good Feeling Cockroach and Tuxonimo?
Okay, Jake Parker make a list every year. And it's interesting, but we like to do something different, original with the topics we really like. And we decided to create a list with a lot of ideas we had about topics we really like or we want to draw. So for the reason it's a unique list. And we invited our friends if they want to participate using the list. It will be awesome.
Okay, thank you. So, there is any rule to get involved on Inktober?
Okay, the first thing you have to take in account to participate in Inktober is to make a draw every day during all October.
That's your rule. My rule is do it with passion. Do it with passion.
Yeah, but you have to do it every day.
Do it with passion. That's the real deal. Well, the second rule.
The second rule is use ink. So you can use pens, markers, pointers, brush pens, everything you want to do, but with ink. Ink.
My second rule is being disciplined. Real. Draw every day. Don't get late of any of the topics, so you can get lazy with that.
Yes, that's true. I agree with that.
And with the third rule.
The third rule is you have to post it on your social media, in Facebook, Instagram. I recommend you Instagram because there are a lot of illustrators doing there. Or, I don't know, Tumblr, wherever you want, but post it using the hashtag Inktober or Inktober and the year you are doing Inktober.
My third rule, you say that already. Use ink, use the pointer, use the ballpoint pen, use anything, brushes, and all of the idea is you enjoy the drawing with ink.
Yeah,
that's the
enjoy
real
it. Have fun with it.
Have fun.
Yeah, and invite your friends. It's better to do it with friends. It's
Invite your
more
friends, invite your friends.
funnier.
It's funnier with many people around you.
So friends, now you have seen the many advantages that Inktober could have, and now this relationship between those two also is very helpful. You know, the Inktober many times could join people together. So think about it, and take a pen and do an Inktober.
Hello, reporting to UD News. Today we bring something a little bit different in our section of trendings. I'm going to take a look at what the word means. Yes, memes. This new phenomenon that trips daily in social networks with content for all kinds of public. So here we go. However, for those people who do not use the internet frequently, to name the word meme, the first thing they would say is, "Where's a meme?" To start, and before you see the whole history behind word meme, we could say that you have crossed with a meme in social networks, or at least you heard the word meme in everyday life. And if you not, now you know about it. Defining meme can become complicated, especially because it can mean something or nothing depending on its content, so the nature of the word is quite confusing depending on the person's perception. So if we see the troll faces, it's obvious they are part of the memes, but do not define the word. Or we could say that Steve Harvey would give a definition, but not. Not even with Pippa the Frog, the intelligent man, or all the variety of memes can give an approach. What if we see the examples above, each one is completely different from the other. You could usually define meme as a kind of joke using images that over the time has become a furor and is part of today's internet culture. Also, it was a niche term. However, in the last time the concept has become so popular between internet culture, so it appears on the news, on the websites, and in most corners of the internet. It is the memes, a cultural phenomenon that found on the web an idea ally. The word meme comes from the ancient Greek mimema, which can be translated as something that it imitated. However, the term meme had its origins in the theory developed by the scientist Richard Dawkins in his book of 1976, The Selfish Gene. Yes, 1976, when even internet has the power of today's. There, he argues that memes are replicated and circulating in the same way as a genes, giving the same logic as the evolutionary process. Indeed, according to the geneticists in a video, memes spread through human culture as genes do for genetic heritage. Then, there is a myriad of memes that we usually daily without realizing. For example, when we take someone for some favor, when we celebrate Christmas, when it sounds to cumpleaños of Diomedes Diaz on the birthday dates, when we drink an orange juice to pass the hangover, or when you try throughout the semester to pass that difficult subject, but you realize that everything consumes you, and in the end you end up almost dead and crazy for the amounts of work, and you finally see your subject grade in 2.9 and you fuck the world? Yes, it is also a meme. Also, there are memes because they have been cultural aspects that have been created and passed in our culture through the years. Naturally, to enter the technological era, memes adopt the significance we see today. Can be images and funny videos, jokes, a way we communicate with others and even beyond a part of our identity. We have memes for all feelings. In fact, sometimes memes say what words cannot say. We have memes that makes you happy when you are feeling down. Some memes try to give us important messages, while others just use political, religious, and economic trends as a way to find comedy. Another memes just leave us speechless by the dumb they are. Nevertheless, memes are a way of communication that at the same time allow us to enjoy the experience. That turns to say that every human being could have their own meaning. In fact, there are sites that gather information about the most popular memes that are emerging on the internet. The site Condor Melasuda is one of the main files of memes of the internet wouldn't reach the students of the Universidad Distrital. There you can see the reaction on the memes, the audience to which it is direct, and the impressions the users have. Undoubtedly, the memes will continue as a part of the internet is seen, and will continue to take incredible strength in the day-to-day. In this way, we finish this special report. See you on a next occasion. Beautiful life, keep your head up, and always a smile. Thank you.
Students budget at Universidad Distrital Macarena. How do you obtain your budget at university?
Pues mi presupuesto lo obtengo a veces ayudando en las chazas, trabajando, vendiendo un poco de cachaza y también trabajando un poco en los semáforos.
Bueno, yo obtengo presupuesto para sostenerme dentro de la universidad, pues yo tengo una chaza en la Manuel Infante y pues sí, básicamente yo lo que hago es vender dentro de la universidad, con eso me sostengo para poder estar aquí.
A lo largo de mi carrera he costeado mis gastos de diferentes formas. Al comienzo trabajaba en el transporte público tocando instrumentos, la quena y la guitarra principalmente. Así pagué los primeros 6 semestres de mi carrera.
Varias cosas, pero sí principalmente trabajo sobre todo en eventos de logística y montajes de pantallas gigantes y sonido. Sobre todo en horarios nocturnos, ya que la universidad le vincula casi todo el día pues, en horarios de clase. Y los fines de semana. Eso ha sido gran parte de la carrera, estoy en 7º semestre, pero sí últimamente he podido trabajar ya vinculándome a la educación en escenarios de educación y validación, los sábados también o los domingos.
Bueno, mi presupuesto lo obtengo trabajando los fines de semana como domiciliario en bicicleta en una aplicación.
Does anyone help you to cover university expenses?
Mi madre me colabora un poco, entonces por eso no es tan fuerte.
Sí, yo tengo una persona que me colabora porque para mí los horarios son difíciles. Digamos, este semestre yo estoy viendo 8 materias. Entonces, pues sí necesito a alguien que me colabore, pues porque pues los horarios son muy cortados y todo, entonces sí.
Ahorita este semestre mi hermana afortunadamente me ha estado ayudando y pues por ahí dentro cada 20 o 30 días me da por ahí 50 lucas y con eso lo mantengo.
A veces toca, yo trato de solventar, pagarme el semestre, mis pasajes y demás, pero sí hay días en que evidentemente mi familia, mi papá, sobre todo es el que más me colabora.
Colaboración, un plato de comida y un techito pues por parte de mi mamá en estos momentos, sí.
Do you think that selling at university is profitable?
Vender en la universidad es rentable si se tiene un objeto que se tenga para vender, que consuman. ¿Sí? Pues si fruticas se vende, el resto, sándwiches se venden, el resto, tintos, todo se vende, el resto, si uno sabe en qué momento. Digamos, un tinto no se vende igual por la mañana que por la tarde.
Para mí es rentable, digamos que yo básicamente hago esto porque yo necesito sostenerme dentro de la universidad.
Hay muchos compañeros que toman la opción de vender aquí en la universidad, hacer chazas para asimismo costear sus gastos en las fotocopias y las cosas que ellos necesitan.
Le va muy bien, entonces puede ser muy rentable, pero pues también pues ya a veces vincula problemas, ¿no? En términos de que supuestamente está prohibido vender dentro de la universidad y demás, pero sí hay mucha gente que solventa casi que la carrera a punta de chaza.
Yo creo que como universidad pública pues deviene como mucho tiempo estar acá para cumplir académicamente con lo que ella pide, entonces sí toca como dentro de esa autogestión poder vender algo acá en la universidad.
Which are the most consumed products inside the university?
El tinto es lo que más se consume, el alcohol, el cigarrillo, paquetes, y así.
Bueno, los cigarrillos se venden muy bien, o sea, lo que es el Mustang, Marlboro, Peche son los que más se venden. Y pues sí da buena ganancia pues para uno. Sí, básicamente es como eso. Y chicles, dulces pequeños también.
Paquetes, cigarrillos, y cosas que generalmente se consiguen en las pequeñas chazas afuera de la ciudad, también aquí se consiguen de la misma manera.
Los productos de mayor consumo, varios, sobre todo el cigarrillo, pero también hay consumos referidos al alcohol o referidos también a drogas ilegales, que también hay un consumo que es evidente también que no se puede negar.
Pues tenemos gamas de ilegales y legales, entonces están las chacitas que manejan pues comida y bebida y demás cosas, sí, pero también manejan, digamos, alcohol y cigarrillos, pues eso en el estatuto estudiantil está prohibido, sin embargo aquí lo venden, ¿no?
What do you consider a chaza is?
Una chaza es, pues, es como un negocio pequeño hecho por estudiantes, ¿sí? Se compran los productos a por mayor y pues se hace, pues se pone el negocio en cualquier sitio de la universidad.
Pues una chaza para mí yo lo veo es como una posibilidad de sostenerme acá y es un pequeño negocio informal dentro de un espacio público porque pues igual la universidad es pública.
Bueno, una chaza pues es un pequeño puesto donde las personas venden productos, diferentes clases de productos de consumo instantáneo como cigarrillos y dulces, chicles en general, y nada, es parte del comercio informal en la ciudad, es algo muy común aquí en la ciudad.
Y pues aparte de vincular los productos y demás, y ese escenario donde la gente juega ajedrez, donde pueden haber diálogos interesantes, y también, ¿por qué no? A veces se comparte un trago.
Un intento de autogestión por parte de los estudiantes, donde por cuestiones de la academia no pueden bajar a trabajar y entregarse, digamos, 8 horas a un camello, entonces sale la chaza.
How do you think a chaza is managed?
Se constituye mayormente pues por el producto de mayor consumo, como los cigarros, los paquetes, alcohol y jugos. En sí es fácil manejarla, solo tiene orden en el dinero, ya lo demás es relativamente sencillo. ¿Y ya?
Y si es fácil manejarla, pues en ocasiones no tanto. Digamos, a mí me toca ir a mercar, eso quita tiempo, esfuerzo, porque aparte, pues digamos, yo subo siempre artículos, productos y para uno es pesado cargarlo.
Todo el mundo sabe que hay bodegas en diferentes partes de la ciudad, principalmente en el centro, donde se consiguen los productos al por mayor, entonces de esa manera se constituyen y así mismo las manejan.
Pues claro, esos ya son chicos, por ejemplo en el caso de ellos son chicos, ¿no? Se rotan, entonces buscan horarios en que puedan mantener la chaza abierta todo el día, ¿no? Entonces es una organización muy autónoma y del estudiantado es interesante, ¿no? Que es muy raro como que la chaza la trabaje alguien solo, sobre todo en la universidad, o sea que sea una persona todo el día y es muy raro. El manejo, pues depende. Yo he visto que los chicos han tenido algunos choques con la institucionalidad, pero pues en últimas como que no han habido procesos ni nada. Pero sí vincula, digamos, en términos de lo político en la universidad, cierta problemática porque no puede haber como una actividad comercial.
¿Cómo se construye la chaza? Creo que es una cuestión ¿cómo se diría?, de acción por parte de un estudiante, más que todo con la necesidad de sacar unos ingresos extras durante la semana. Y no creo que sea fácil manejarla porque toca estar desde temprano y aunque uno piense que puede leer o hacer más cosas en la chaza, esa interrupción del tendero, o sea, el rol del tendero no lo deja a uno concentrarse para camellar en sus labores estudiantiles, entonces no es fácil manejar la chaza.
Those were the answers we were able to collect from the students of the Universidad Distrital, taking into account that this is a public university that provides its services in a daytime schedule and that the students usually come from low-income homes. They must work on weekends or at night to pay their expenses, which are usually derived from photocopies, transportation, and food. One of the options that students take is to sell products within the university, which allows them to attend their classes and earn money. It is then when a form of microbusiness appears, known among the students as chaza. Generally, 3 or 4 students meet to form a chaza. They all invest a sum of money previously agreed and are responsible for selling the products they bring from the warehouse wholesale. It should be noted that not only the business at university are so spread due to the need of the students to earn money. Instead, someone who offers products have become a necessity, something inherent to universities mainly public, since likewise the students who does not sell also needs products during the day. According to the students, the most offered products in this business are cigarettes, coffee, snacks, sweets, and alcohol. This latter also generates a lot of income for the students, since consumption within the university has normalized despite the restrictions. Likewise, sales at the university are so common that it would be strange not to run into a chaza or a student selling coffee, cigarettes, fruit, gelatin, and other products that make life easier for everyone. Thank you so much. This was Natalia Madrigal reporting to UDE News.
Good afternoon, my name is Alejandra Fernandez and welcome to the weather section. Our topic for today is District University students' performance at risk caused by global warming.
The question is, does the weather affect our academic performance?
Many of us have wondered this. In this report we will see if this is a reality or just a myth. According to some research, we can demonstrate that this is a reality. The weather affects not only our academic performance but also our daily lives. We will see what are the explanations for this phenomenon that affects us directly in our university life.
With global warming comes a threat of two extreme weather events such as intense storms, strong temperatures, and continued exposure to the sun. These kind of events can affect negatively to the students' performance conforming to Hitman Brandon Academic in Health and Physical Education in 2017. Poor weather conditions do affect student performance. There could be multiple explanations for this phenomenon. If weather conditions are bad enough that some students are unable to attend class, obviously their grade and performance may suffer. In accordance with Schwartz AM and Square-Strat in 2011, in the article Energy Expenditure and Behavior, inactivity can also lead to a dip in performance levels. When the weather is unfriendly outside and students are unable to burn the excess energy during breaks, they could be less able to be focused on lessons. This is particularly perceptible with students who do not have the ability to sit during extended periods. The benefits of physical exercise to brain function is well certificated, so not being able to run around and play at lunch can affect the student's performance. Another factor that probably accounts for student performance issues is mood-related, or likely makes you feel less motivated and focused in general. When the weather system is prolonged, the effect is more pronounced. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, according to American Psychiatric Association in 2013, is a documented syndrome that affects many people, both young and old. The Mayo Clinic in 2012 said that seasonal affective disorder is a type of major depressive disorder, and sufferers may exhibit any of the associated symptoms, such as feeling of hopelessness and worthlessness, thoughts of suicide, loss of interest in activities, withdrawal from social interaction, sleep and appetite problems, difficulty with concentrating and making decisions, decreased sex drive, a lack of energy, or agitation. Is it any wonder that students are less able to concentrate or feel less motivated to complete their work when the weather is bad? The theory that lack of exposure to sunlight in winter months is detrimental for some people, even if your symptoms are not severe enough to be seasonal affective disorder, lesser feelings of malaise may be present. As we can see, the weather affects our academic performance. It's a reality. Thanks for your attention. This was the weather section for District University News. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Victor Sandoval, and this is the section of sports in UD News.
Bienestar institucional en las manos de todos con la huella de todos.
Institutional welfare has many branches within its different faculties at the university. However, today we are going to learn about sports area in the Faculty of Science and Education and the different championships that it has. So, let's go.
Bueno, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Leonardo Arrieta. Yo soy el coordinador de deportes de bienestar en la Facultad de Ciencias y Educación.
May you give us a brief summary of your work?
Lo que busca el área de deportes principalmente es que la comunidad universitaria aproveche el tiempo y direccione su tiempo libre, el tiempo que tiene para digamos, descansar o hacer otras prácticas aparte del estudio, lo direccione hacia la parte de deportes y con eso invierta su tiempo en unas actividades que le van a servir también y van a ser como complemento de su parte académica.
What kind of activities do you bring for the students at this faculty?
El área de deportes tiene alrededor de unos 23 deportes, 23 ramas deportivas, las cuales se dividen en formativa, recreativa y competitiva. La competitiva, ya entrando en lo que es ciencias y educación, en la facultad como tal se practica karate, taekwondo, tenis de mesa, tenis de campo, voleibol y ajedrez. Son las que se practican acá en esta facultad.
Which one are they practicing currently at the university?
En cuanto a los torneos que se practican o que se hacen en esta facultad, hay torneos de voleibol y torneo de fútbol de salón como tal. En el torneo de fútbol de salón tenemos un aproximado de 30 equipos con un promedio de 10 jugadores por equipo para un total de aproximadamente unos 300 estudiantes participando en el torneo. En la parte de voleibol ya tenemos el torneo que hicimos anteriormente, tuvimos unos 10 equipos participantes, incluyendo otras facultades que también se hicieron, para un total de aproximado de unos 50 estudiantes.
Which ones do students prefer?
Dentro de las actividades deportivas que se realizan acá en la facultad, el torneo de fútbol de salón es el que más acogida tiene por los estudiantes.
Which are the ones that don't have relevance for the students?
Participantes inscritos es ajedrez, con un total de 5 participantes.
Well, now you know more about the sports area in the university, so I hope this information helped you. I'm Victor Sandoval, and it was UD News.
So, hello people and welcome to the technology segment. This segment is sponsored by El Primo, where if you find something strange in your food, you can feel free not to pay for it. Today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic for people interested in learning or teaching the English language. I'll show you some tools or applications that are going to be really helpful with these purposes. Now, these applications that I'm going to talk about are for Android phones, so you can find them easily in the Play Store. If you have an iPhone or a Windows phone, I'm pretty sure that you can find similar apps in your respective store. So now let's check the applications. The first one is Google Translate. The majority of us already know this application. It allows you to translate words or even sentences between languages. It has a huge number of languages. Also, it pronounces for for you to check. But something that a lot of people miss about this application is that it works offline too. All you need to do is open the application and go to the part that says offline translation. There you will find a list of languages where you can just press to download the respective language that you want to have offline. So now you'll be able to translate a lot of words even without an internet connection, but it's pretty cool. The second app that I'm going to show you is 2Phonetics. Personally, I use this application every day. It shows you the phonetic transcription of any word in English. So with this app, you will be able to clarify doubts about pronunciation at any time. And the best is that it also works offline. The third is Sounds. This one is related to pronunciation too. But in this one, you will find a lot of options for learning, practicing, and improving your phonetic skills. So as soon as you open the application, you will find a chart where you can check the pronunciation of the phonemes. You will also have the practice taster where you can read, write, or listen. And finally, you will find the quiz taster where you could take a quick evaluation about the topics that you have already studied. There's also a premium version with more functionalities, and it has a lot of functions that are pretty useful and cool too, so it is worth it. Finally, let's go with the last application, that is the Google Assistant. This one is just amazing. You can ask whatever you want to it and you will get an answer. So I don't know, you can find the meaning of a word. For example, let's say shoe. Okay Google, what is a shoe?
Shoe, a covering for the foot, typically made of leather, having a sturdy sole and not reaching above the ankle.
It's awesome. It also has news, games, information about the weather or whatever you want to know. So this one is like speaking with a huge encyclopedia. And if you feel that you don't have anyone to practice your English with, you can use Google. It's one of the best partners that you could get for free. I really hope you find useful these tools. Stay connected with UD News for always getting the best information. And I'll leave you because I have a lot of work to do. Okay Google, let's play Lucky Trivia.
I've been waiting for this. I have a whole thing that I do. Okay, start the music.